How my childhood shaped me to be the parent that I am today. My daughter and I had two very different childhoods growing up. On one hand, I grew up very poor in the Philippines. And on the other hand, she's had a pretty easy life. I want to share a specific story that I had as a kid. It's about food. I was 6 years old in the Philippines, and I was just coming home from school. And I had asked my Papa, what's for dinner? For what I had thought was an innocent question, my Papa has taken as an insult. He looked at me with disappointed and responded, "You don't ever ask what's for dinner. You eat what's for dinner." And I understood then the mistake in my question. He's right. Growing up poor, there were days we would have 1 or 2 meals a day. There were days we would share 1 can of sardines with 4 members of the family. There were days I remember I ate rotten noodles. And there were days we really don't eat. Ironically enough, a few weeks ago, my daughter had asked me the same question. "Mommy, what's for dinner?" I took a step back and I realized this is a perfect opportunity now for me to share my story to my daughter and to give her the opportunity as well to learn what life was like growing up for me, and in a general sense, what life is like growing up for kids who didn't have much in other countries. After I told her the story, the first question from her was, "You mean you didn't even have snacks?" It was a silly question, but on the hindsight, I was very happy knowing that she will not have to experience what I had experienced as a kid. And on a grander version of things, I've come to realize how I have responded to the trauma that I faced as a kid. I understand the trauma, and I could go 1 or 2 ways. I could take it and be angry and resentful, or I could take it, understand it, accept it, and use it as a tool for growth. I chose to do the latter. And as I'm reflecting back, telling this story to my daughter, she now has a little bit more understanding of what was life like for mom. And she now has more appreciation of what is life now for her. And as a parent, that's all you really want. You want your kid to have a good life. But even though they had an easier life than you, the bigger picture is that they're growing up to be compassionate and loving and caring. And that's when I know I've done well as a parent. Thank you.